How's everybody doing today? This is Noah with the Life of the Zigs, and on today's video, we're gonna be checking out my Craftsman lawn sweep that I just got on Facebook Marketplace. So let's get started. I recently just purchased this on Facebook Marketplace for about $90. I've been looking for a lawn sweeper, and for that price, I could not beat it. So I picked it up, and now I need to maintenance it. So the guy said he had it for about 9 years and that he bought it new 9 years ago. It's in pretty decent shape, but it needs some cosmetic work, which I don't care about, but it definitely needs some maintenance because I used it the other day and it definitely was a little rough around the edges. It rode a little rough and it was really pulling on that mower. So I'm pretty sure it was doing that just because it hasn't been maintained or lubricated. So I'm gonna take it apart, lubricate some things, maintenance it, and get it working properly again. So let's get to it. Right now it's hooked up to my mower. I just need to disconnect it. It'll make it easier for maintenance. I'm gonna start on the right side of the sweeper or the left side, depending which way you're facing. And I gotta pull this black cap off, so let's do that. Pops right off to expose a nut. It is a 14mm socket, and you're gonna need a deep socket for this. So on the other side, there is a 14mm bolt that goes all the way through to here, so I gotta get a wrench on the other end. There we go. So 3 washers came off of it and the nut, keep it all together. That one washer slides in between the wheel and the outside of the frame. So that wheel slid right off. It's actually in really good shape right now. Those plastic gears inside are holding up really good. So I just want to show you real quick kind of the action. So if I spin this right here, it moves the whole sweep itself. And that gear right here is what these teeth hit. So everything looks really good here right now. I'm just gonna do a little cleanup, get some of this debris out of here. Honestly, for this being as old as it is, it's in really good shape, at least on this side. We'll see how the other side is. Just wanna lubricate everything in case anything's rusted up. Some WD-40. Shoot some back in there. So I am gonna apply some grease right here where the wheel sits and it's spinning, because there's no ball bearings or anything in there. It's just friction on friction, so I'm gonna put this on to kind of alleviate some of that friction. You don't need a ton either. Probably put a little too much on, honestly. So now that that side's done, I gotta lift up, which is a little difficult. Slide this on. So it's moving nice and smooth. It's gonna be the most difficult part here, as this needs to go in between the frame of the sweeper and the outside of the wheel. All right, got it through. So that's nice and tight now, good to go. Moving freely. Let's check out this other side. So we're on the other side. I'm gonna take the cover off. Again, this one's in pretty good shape, surprisingly. I would try to refrain from putting any grease on this right here, on the gears, because a lot of debris and dirt come up into it, and that grease is just gonna catch that and cause it to gunk up and actually cause more wear and tear. So this one's got a lot more resistance than the other one. See if I can figure out why, if maybe it just needs some lubrication. I'm gonna take this little cover off here and see what could be causing it. This is a 5/16 nut driver. I'm actually gonna remove this and take this gear out. Try to keep everything lined up so you know what goes where, because this is actually bigger than this side. Piece of metal just fell out. I believe this piece of metal, it slides back in here and catches that back gear, and it's meant to shear if something catches it so it doesn't break the whole unit from the looks of it. So taking a look right here, it's kind of the internals of everything. You can see there's a hole right here where this pin goes right here. This is the other internal, so I'm gonna clean these guys up here and lubricate them, and hopefully it fixes the issue. Like I was saying, the other side moved freely with no issues. This side definitely had a lot more resistance. I'm not really sure why. I didn't see anything that could catch it, but I'm just gonna give everything a good clean and lubrication, and hopefully it fixes the issue. I think another thing is maybe the chain could be maybe a little too tight on it. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a win. I'm gonna lubricate this stuff here. Put that pin back in before I forget. And this is all metal gearing minus the tire itself, which is nice. Again, this is 9 years old, so they don't make things like they used to, that's for sure. So yeah, it definitely has to do with the chain being a little too tight on this end here, because I'm trying to push it back on with no luck. So I got the chain back on, and it's definitely moving way better than what it was before. This chain is a little tight right here. I guess it just came that way from the factory. I don't know if it's missing the links. Maybe it broke and they just shortened it one and put it back on tight. It's not worth it for me to go buy a new chain, but I'll see how it performs the rest of the season. Definitely way smoother than what it was. Make sure you clean this stuff back off before you put it back on. Honestly, the best way I recommend to put these clips on is a hammer and a flathead. There we go. All good there. Give it a little spray. Kind of wipe all the excess off. Can't forget to put this cover back on here. So this is all back to normal, looking good, nice and clean, working a lot smoother than what it was before. Don't forget to lubricate as well. Like I said, you just want to put a little bit where that wheel's going to be rubbing against. Need to lift this back up and put the tire on. And then we got to do the same thing. Put the bolt in with the washer in the middle. Bolts through. Put the washer on, the nut on. These are self-locking nuts, so they shouldn't come off at all. Pick up, just give it a quick little twist. And don't forget to put the black cover back on like I did on the other side. So now that you're done maintaining and lubricating all the wheels and gears internally, the last thing you could take a look at is your sweeps itself. So most lawn sweepers are almost identical. They come with 4 sweeps, 2 on both sides, alternating. And if you need to remove them, it's a bolt here and a bolt there. These sweeps are still in good shape. I'm not gonna worry about replacing them at all. However, you can get them on Amazon for I think $40 for a pack of 4 if you do wanna replace them. So now that you have all that done, which took under 30 minutes and cost basically $0, all you need to do now is hook it up to your lawnmower and get to sweeping. So as you guys can see, it performed fairly well. It did really good in picking up leaves, even some smaller sticks and some smaller rocks and debris. The one negative I will say about it is pulling it up hills. My John Deere E120 right here, it's just not the best at pulling it up hills. It's a pretty steep incline. The camera may fool you, but it is a good solid incline. And when it has a lot of debris in the back, it does struggle a bit. However, with that being said, guys, I definitely think for the price I got it for, which was $90, it was completely worth it. Also, I hope you guys learned how to maintenance it. It's extremely important to maintenance these things, as it'll prevent any issues from happening and it'll allow it to last for a long, long time. With that being said, everyone, thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day.